into another edition of Third League Radio. We'll talk Ring of Honor, we'll talk watch parties, Thekla, and more. Let's get to it.
I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I told you last night, no!
You're listening to your source for pro wrestling talk.
For those that are unaware, my name is Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, I actually used to wrestle for Ring of Honor before I signed with WWE.
You know, that name that you just named, I've never had a one-on-one match here in Impact Wrestling Games for Swan.
This is Third League.
World Women's Champion for NWA. I'm the first ever Mexican-born wrestler to hold this title.
This is the first time someone's introduced me as the Monster Hunter outside of a wrestling show.
His psychology was completely different, and it was more lucha style and Japanese style, so I got two completely different kinds of training.
This is Wrestling Radio.
All right, well, let's start off this edition by talking about something I have said needs to happen for a long time. Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor will be a studio show. Now, it will be taped separately. It won't be on tour with AEW, which I've said needs to happen for a while, because basically, you're not getting... Once you're filming Ring of Honor after AEW, your crowd's already left. Or before, your crowd's not there.
It feels like a bunch of dark matches put into a show.
Yeah, and I think it can be... a TV show. There are signs of them trying to work on things when you watch it. There are signs of stories and all that. You see Shane Taylor Promotions is big right now, but there's just... not a lot of focus put on it, and I think it's because they are with AEW. Now that they're going to be in a studio setting, starting March 1st, they're going to be at Jacksonville WJCT Studios.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it creates a dedicated audience. It creates a need for writers for a show, for the audience to come back.
It doesn't matter if you get 500, 900 fans every week, because if you get...
Well, there were, maybe 250 people in the Impact Zone when TNA was filming out of...
It depends what time period, but yeah.
And it felt big. It didn't feel small because the crowd is so kept in with you, and they are very vocal because they want to be there. They want to see the product.
They got really big around 2007 and 2008, and they were getting about 900 in the studio, which I think they had to move some stuff around to get that, but... Yeah, they didn't have a lot of people at all in NXT. Only, I think they tour now, but for the longest time, you could only get 250 people in that little performance center.
Yeah, but this is a good move for Ring of Honor. I don't know. I would like. Okay, NWA Power when it first came back. That was the kind of studio wrestling I remember. The crowd was in bleachers behind you. You didn't really see crowd on TV. They were, you know what? That might be kind of cool to do for Ring of Honor. Some throwback thing like that. It might not. I might not like it at all if they try it. But you got to think of something to set Ring of Honor apart.
It would be cool if someone had a show that was just weekly in the Boys and Girls Club or in a high school gym or something, like Ring of Honor's first show. If you filmed it right, if you had bleachers and everything, so people aren't standing around.
Or make it a set that looks like a high school gym, I guess. Yeah, that would be cool. But I don't know. Good news on the way for Ring of Honor.
Your source for pro wrestling and your place for modern rock. This is Third League. Rock and Wrestling Radio.
We'll switch over to a WWE topic because this is a topic that I don't think it's in their best interest to do this. Blackouts. Watch party blackouts in the city that an event is in. Amidst reports of WrestleMania 42 tickets not selling well, WWE is going to be blocking watch parties in Las Vegas. So if you're at a bar, other kind of venue, hotel that offers a watch party, hey, come watch WrestleMania, your drinks are half off, can't do it anymore. Now, you could hold a watch party at your house, I guess, because that's different. I guess they can tell the IPs whether it's a bar or not. I'm not really sure how that's working, but it's kind of... I don't think this is good for them. It makes them look bad to their fans. And watch parties, sometimes people just don't want to go out. Watch parties are awesome. You get together with your friends. You have, I don't know. It's
TKO is purposely misreading the product. They're only worried about money, and they're trying to make WWE fans UFC fans. They want a bunch of rich people in the audience. They want only people who make $250,000 a year who will go to Vegas every single month just to see them. Yeah. And it's so stupid.
That's the way they've done business before. You look at Ari Emanuel, he's literally on record as trying to make Pat McAfee the next Sylvester Stallone. That's literally a quote from his mouth.
Why? Because he kind of has a weird face shape like Sylvester Stallone?
I don't know. He's got a thing about Pat McAfee. Sure. He's funny. I like some of the stuff he does on Game Day and whatnot. Okay, cool. But I don't know. Ari Emanuel, it worked in UFC. It's worked everywhere else. Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I just don't think that's going to work. I don't think this is going to work. I mean, look.
It's not the same type of product. They're
blocking it for Elimination Chamber, too. I mean, and the lowest price for Elimination Chamber is $261. Yeah. The lowest price ticket. $5,000 in the front row. That's just for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. People are not...
But Roman's going to be there.
Yeah,
and it's not... Here's the thing. It's not like back in the day where the gate actually paid you, you know? It's like, so we made $60,000 and I'm Roman Reigns, so I'm going to get $40,000 of it. Yeah. No, it's you're salaried. They're literally just trying to get more money because TKO is in financial problems.
I mean, Dominic has dude wipes. It's like, are they sending the message when you think of wiping your ass, think of WWE? When you think of shit, think of WWE? I don't know, man. Like, it's just money, money, money. And I think things like this, like the watch parties, blocking them out, like putting ads everywhere. I don't think that is in their favor. I think it's going to turn on them. I think it's going to hurt them more than it's going to help them.
It's already starting to, and they're not seeing it, so I don't think they'll ever see it.
Or when they do see it, it'll be too late to do anything about it.
Talking wrestling around the world, this is Third League.
Well, with Chris Jericho's status still up in the air, of course, he is firmly contracted to AEW. A lot of folks still think he is going to WWE. We have a AEW star joining him on the Talk is Jericho podcast. Thekla, earlier this month, she became the new AEW Women's World Champion. She was on Talk is Jericho, and she was talking about why she wanted to go to AEW, why she never tried to get a deal with WWE.
Because she wants to wrestle.
Well, I'm going to quote her, okay? When I first started watching WWE and learning about how things are done over there, I think generally I didn't love the idea of not doing things my way. Everybody knows that you've got to drop your name and have to do whatever somebody tells you. I'm not great with authority.
Dropping your name isn't true at this point because we see people like Shawn Spears or Jade Cargill. They keep their name, but it's
Ricky Saints.
It's very
LA Knight.
It's not usual for them to keep their name, but it does happen.
But I don't know. But that is a growing trend I'm seeing. You see people like Will Ospreay, when him and Ricochet had that match that put their names on the map. Ricochet took the contract. Will Ospreay never did. Will Ospreay, sure, he entertained at WWE when he was going through and trying to make a decision where he was going to sign, but he never really did. He never was really going there. People don't... A certain kind of wrestler coming up does not want to go to WWE. They don't think it is in their best interest. They would rather go to Japan, rather go to Mexico, rather work the Indies. If AEW didn't exist, they would still rather do all these other things rather than work for WWE. I think that's saying something.
Yeah, without AEW, Japan would have a lot more foreign talent, and considering that right now they're going through a anti-immigration thing, that's not really... That wouldn't have been good. But AEW, that's good.
But yeah, that's something that I think... Well, I guess it goes into this, what we were talking about in the last segment with WWE not seeing something that's being played out. It's like, hey, guys, this is right in front of you, and they're just not seeing it.
Yeah.
They're like, everybody wants to be here. They want their WrestleMania moment. Why would they not be here? That's the inner thought, and I can understand why. They've been the top dogs for so long.
Because it's this giant spectacle of stagecraft that they spent $250 million on, but it's not like the old ones, like in the early 2000s, where they had special, like, giant signs that would say Unforgiven, or they had like a theme thing. It's literally just, how big can we make this stage?
Yeah, I don't know. They're focusing on the wrong things. Basically, There was a, when I was in college, my radio professor, the guy in charge of the communication department, he had, everyone has it, but he's the one who told it to me. KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. What are they not getting about that? Keep it simple. They're doing everything the wrong way, and it's like, I don't want to say clueless, but it's almost clueless.
Triple H's thing is trying to be unpredictable, and sometimes it's unpredictable for just the sake of it, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one.
Third League Radio.
Well, now we got to go to Sacramento, California, Memorial Auditorium for AEW Dynamite number 333. It would start off with a Continental title eliminator match. Mark Davis, after coming off a good showings recently, he gets put in this with Jon Moxley. Of course, Mox is going to get the win in this one. Just under 14 minutes, 13:58. So he almost went the time to, you know what I mean? It's either win or go the time distance, and you get a championship match. But
I don't like Mark Davis's new style of wrestling. I just have never liked that style, the big bruiser style where you're the big guy and you're like slow walking to him, and I just don't like it. But it was a good match. And Mark Davis busted open his knuckles
he hit it. He hit the ring post.
He really busted his knuckles open. I don't think he meant for that to happen, but he really hit the thing.
Oh, man, he might have broken a finger in there. But now this is the star ratings are out for Dynamite, and this was a 4-star match. Cool, I can go with that for a rating on this one. But the next match is also a 4-star match, and I didn't think it was. It was the 4-way for the TBS title. Willow Nightingale would retain against Marina Shafir, Megan Bayne, and Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, I gave that.
Yeah, I gave that match 1 star, and I gave the Moxley Davis match. Yeah, I gave that 3 stars. But because I thought that match was good, but this match wasn't terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know why Marina she does the 619 thing, where she hooks your head and then slams you on the apron, but it never works.
Yeah.
She doesn't do it right.
No, it just looks bad every time. I don't know. The women at the top of, the main focus are not who I think should be the main focus of the AEW women right now, but hopefully they get that figured out. There's a tag team match next. It's 4.25 stars. The Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii,
I didn't
would
like
defeat the Dogs,
I
Clark
didn't,
Connors, and
I hated it. And there was another Darby Allin interference, and it just, I don't know. I didn't like this match at all. I gave it 1.5.
I didn't understand why the Conglomeration would win in this one. You've got the Dogs. You're trying to elevate them. I get it. Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd don't like each other. Gabe Kidd's declared war on Darby Allin. Darby Allin declared war on the War Dogs, as it were. Have the Dogs win. Have Darby Allin attack afterwards. I don't know why the Collision won in this one, but
well, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad story, but the match was just, I thought it was terrible. And Dave, even in WWE, he's just like 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. And it's like, dude.
The next match. I really like this tag team, the Brawling Birds. Alex Windsor, Jamie Hayter. They would get the win in this one. The problem I have with it, they're going to be the ones to take the tag team titles off of Babes of Wrath. It should be Sisters of Sin.
Yeah.
They deserve it. They deserve that spotlight. Other than that, I don't have a problem. I think this is a good tag team.
Yeah, they need to fix their moveset a little bit. It looked a little janky, but it was meant to. The squash went a little longer than I thought. I thought it made the Brawling Birds look a little weak, because the other team got a lot of good offense.
Well, I mean, it's Becca and Viva Van. I mean, you used them on.
Well, they're about to sign Viva Van.
Yeah,
so.
Of course they want to make them look good. But Kevin Knight would be in action next against the Beast Mortos. And I know you're pushing Kevin Knight, but I don't see how there's any way Kevin Knight gets the win in any realistic sense in this one. The Beast Mortos is, I mean, honestly, he's underused. He is a fantastic wrestler, a fantastic performer. He's got a great character. And, I mean, he's a giant, and Kevin Knight gets the win over Beast Mortos. 3 3/4 stars. Yeah, 3 3/4 stars, but I
was happy to see this because Beast Mortos had just won Most Underrated Wrestler, so they put him on the show against someone he could feasibly beat, and it would be a big upset in the eyes of the fans because Mortos is never used, and it would be great. It would because he's part of the Callis family, no?
No, Hechicero is. Morto is not.
Morto's with someone.
He was with Los Ingobernables.
Yeah, that would be good. But instead, I mean, it was a great match. I gave it, what did I give it? I gave it 3.5. I loved it. But it's just, I don't think Kevin Knight needed the win. He's gotten so many wins. That win over Okada, right? He beat Okada?
He did.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
He's trying to build Kevin Knight. Tony Khan likes Kevin Knight. I like Kevin Knight. But at a certain point, you got to realize what you've got. And Beast Mortos is, Tony Khan needs to open his eyes to what he's got with the Beast Mortos. But we'll move on to the main event, which was a 5 1/4 star rated match by the Wrestling Observer.
I'll say right now, I gave it 4 3/4. I don't think it was quite 5 stars, but I think it's so far the best TV match.
Swerve Strickland would defeat Kenny Omega 20 minutes, 11 seconds, turn heel afterwards. He would destroy Kenny Omega, effectively writing Kenny Omega off TV for a little while anyway.
So this built up because Swerve was going to help Kenny, but Andrade took advantage of that and then low-blowed and beat Kenny, and Kenny thought Swerve was helping Andrade, so they got into a scuffle, and they have this match. And then Swerve just goes Rambo. Did he do the vertebraker on the table?
Vertebraker on the table, yep.
Yeah, and it was almost like Kenny was like out of his head a little bit in the match because he was beating the fuck out of Swerve, and it felt like he was being a little bit of a heel, but he was just pissed at Swerve.
But then after, Swerve was it was back to the, and the only thing I can think is, okay, Hangman challenged for the title, and he challenged MJF, and he didn't say, I will never challenge for the title as long as you're champion if I don't win. He said, if I don't win, I'll never challenge for the title again. So that tells me Paige is winning.
Yeah, and they're having
because they would not be that stupid to do the Cody thing again.
There is one story in which it will work if they have Paige lose, and that's Paige goes into another mental break and goes after the Young Bucks because he's not an EVP anymore.
I'm saying Swerve's going on the mental break now because if you remember the last Swerve Hangman feud, Hangman was kind of off the rocker a bit. Swerve was met, but Hangman was off the rocker a bit, you know? This one, Hangman's all collected. He's back. He's going for the right thing. He's got the championship again, and he's going to do what's right. And Swerve shows up. Swerve's mad. Swerve's like, hey, I was there for you.
Yeah.
And now I'm the one getting the shaft. And
that's a better story.
It starts it up again.
And, they have a confusing kind of thing with this stipulation because Hangman kind of messed up in his promo, but basically he was saying, if you give me if you say, hey, like if you accept the stipulation where I won't challenge for the title again, then you have to give me Texas Death. And that was the point. It was supposed to be a give and take. But they made it seem like MJF now has to choose the stipulation, whereas Adam Page said it's going to be Texas Death.
Yeah.
And he screamed it on TV, and it's like, oh, so you're going to do Texas Death? No, MJF has to decide if he's going to do that.
Yeah, that was a little confusing. But overall, it was a good show. If you go to the cage match ratings, out of 150 votes, it's 8.44 rated right now. So it's close to an 8.5. But from Sacramento to Oceanside, it is AEW Collision. And it would start off with a World Trios title match that the outfits, the matching outfits for Jet Set Rodeo, which I hate that name anyway. Oh my God, the pictures were bad. It was like, if anyone remembers Thurman Sparky Plug, it was almost like that, only they were red and white.
Do you think Adam Page's kid thought of the name?
I think Tony Khan thought of the name, and I think that's sad, dude. But yeah, they would get the win over the Demand, which is Bishop Khan, Ricochet, and Toa Leona, just shy of 15 minutes in a World Trios title match to open up Collision. Which after that, the Young Bucks would defeat the Swirl, Vanilla Bean, Lee Johnson. That's just my first time seeing Blake Christian in a while on, Ring of Honor or AEW.
Yeah, no, that's... I love the name and I love the team, and they need to be used a lot more. I know they're all over Ring of Honor. But I think we should call them midlife crisis Bucks, because they're acting like they're acting like they're in 2017. They got all the... They probably haven't used that gear in so long they had to pull it out of the closet or something.
Now, because we're talking about Ring of Honor here, I'm going to back up just a little bit, because I know we're talking about the Bucks, but, I mean, they should just be called the Bucks. Just take Young off of it. But Ring of Honor Global Wars coming up March 27th was just announced that Mauro Ranallo will make his return to pro wrestling commentary.
Age did not do him well.
Ring of Honor Maple Leaf Pro Global Wars Canada.
That's going to be great.
But yeah, I had to make that announcement since we were talking about Ring of Honor. I just saw that.
Mauro's been on Maple Leaf Pro before, but I don't know if he's even is he the main announcer for Maple Leaf Pro? Because they don't do that many shows. But yeah, him with ROH is going to be crazy.
Hopefully they can get him. I mean, come on. I'm not a fan of Ian. Maybe if Mauro's the lead, Ian and Caprice, he can kind of rein them in, or just. Maybe they'll, I don't know, they'll learn something off of them a little bit.
I'm not a fan of most announcers in wrestling right now. When you had... Okay, I'll say the Monday Nitro announce group was probably the best, but Shivani now isn't what Shivani was.
But we'll move on to a match that I really did enjoy, and this is one online that I was arguing with people with, because it was a CMLL World Heavyweight title match. So, given with Mexican tradition, Tony Khan comes out, they present the belt, just like they do in CMLL, just like they do in AAA.
Claudio comes out with the mask.
Everybody that I'm arguing with online is like, oh, Tony Khan's just got to insert himself into everything. I'm like, okay, tell me you don't watch wrestling without telling me you don't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are you guys doing? But anyway, we'll get to the match, because this was a really good match. Josh Alexander, Claudio Castagnoli. There was this point where Claudio, he's pushing Josh up for a European uppercut, but he does it in such a way like he pushes the back end up first, so his head's coming down, and he just connects almost fully on it. Oh, it looks so good. And there's this part where I don't know exactly how to describe it. He just grabs an arm, grabs a leg, and just picks Josh Alexander up, manhandles him around to his head, then throws him over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, dude is strong, super strong. But other than that, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. Claudio would get the win, though.
He's like Iron Sheik strong, except he uses that to pick up people.
Megan Bayne would get the win, and then the next match over Becca, minute 32. But we'll move right on because, squash match. We'll go to the six-man tag match. The Don Callis family, Clone, Takeshita, Mark Davis, they would team up to defeat the Death Riders of Jon Moxley, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta, with Yuta taking the pin in this one.
Yeah, I don't... So, usually when someone loses their hair like that, it's going to be a comedy thing, but they don't want to do the comedy thing, so they have it all serious, and Yuta was wearing the hood, teasing that they're not going to show him bald yet.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's a little weird. I'm trying to see where they're going with it, but...
But then Thunder Rosa would come back. I haven't seen her in a while. She would be having a match.
First match back.
Yeah. And I like and don't like that it was against Julia Hart. I think Julia Hart needs to work with Thunder Rosa. I think Julia Hart can only learn from Thunder Rosa. But at the same time, why are you letting Julia Hart take a loss like that when Thekla just got the championship? Triangle of Madness needs to be billed as the baddies in the women's division. You know what I mean?
The problem is every match in AEW, except for enhancement matches against local talent, every match in AEW is going to be competitive, which makes losses mean more. And that means that when you're trying to do a showcase match like this, a loss in the fans' mind is going to mean a lot more, even though you're just thinking of it as a showcase match.
Yeah, no, I think, I don't know. I do like that they got to work together. I just don't think Julia Hart should have taken the loss in this particular instance. Well, in that, like, there are so many other women who on the roster who haven't been shown. That would have been a perfect match back. The idea is that... Well, I know, because Thunder Rosa and Thekla are... No. Well, I mean, that's the story. That's why Julia Hart was in the match.
Well, yeah, but the idea was because she's from Tijuana, and they're close to Tijuana, so they were playing it as like a hometown advantage, and the crowd did play into that, so...
But yeah, Thunder Rosa would get the win. Thekla would come out. Now, I don't remember this from the show. Did they actually make it official, Thunder Rosa versus Thekla for the title at Revolution?
No, I believe that's going to be Thekla and Statlander, but they did do the... I believe they announced the match. I think it'll be on TV.
But we'll move on to the main event. It was a World Tag Team Title Eliminator match, and surprise, surprise, the Rascals would get the win, defeating FTR. And, the Young Bucks would come out, of course, but the Rascals would use that advantage, and this is the first time you'd seen their finishing move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically... it's a shooting star, standing shooting star, but when the guy does the backflip, the other guy just pushes him sideways over to the guy.
And then when he pushes him, the other guy spins in the air. It's crazy. I love it. But they teased it on the commentary. They were like before the match started, they were saying, "Oh, eliminator matches haven't been kind to FTR," and saying a bunch of stuff on commentary. And right when they had to mention that eliminator matches aren't good for FTR, I was like, oh, well, all right, Rascals are winning because they need a mini story before the Young Bucks match.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, that was a good match. It was a surprising match. It was a good collision overall. Again, cage match rating, 76 votes. It was a 7.32.
And I understand why that was main event for the story and stuff and the surprise win. But I think it should have been Claudio Josh Alexander as the main event.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's very, very much what it should have been, because that was a good match. That was a better match than the main event. That's... you know what I mean? You can't say that was a better match.
You could have pulled the spotlights down, and you could have had Tony come out. Could have had a big match feel for like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's the CMLL World Heavyweight Title. You know, it definitely would have the moment. As in the CMLL Heavyweight Title being defended, the moment of presentation deserved a main event, and the match itself deserved to be main event. Yeah, those definitely could have switched places, and I wouldn't have been mad at all. But that is a look at Collision this week.
This week in history.
Okay, so this week in history, let's see. I've only got 3 things this week. February 16th through the 22nd, that's the week we are looking at, so... February 20th, 1978. The WWF.
Triple Dub F.
Billy Graham.
Was that the chant back in the day? Triple Dub F.
Billy Graham was defeated by Bob Backlund for the World Heavyweight title. Bob Backlund would go on to hold that for 6 years.
Yeah, I remember when I found that out the first time, and I was like, what?
Another title change.
And I was like, they let this guy hold it for 6 years, and all he does is the damn chicken wing? And then someone put me in the chicken wing, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, it hurts. February 17th, 1998. WWF was working with NWA for a little bit at this time. I remember the episodes where NWA was on, but this was the Headbangers defeating the Rock and Roll Express for the NWA World Tag Team titles on WWE TV. And then I don't remember WWF working with anyone again for
Vince was more
until this one.
Vince was really lax back then because
I was trying to get something. That was at the time when WCW was really hot too. That was during the Monday Night Wars. This was, Vince was trying to get something. You know what I mean? Any kind of chance to get viewers. But I guess the one I'm going to focus on is the big one for today, simply because it's the first time I've ever. It's the first time the 24/7 rule was invented. February 22nd, 2000. At SmackDown in Nashville, Tennessee, Crash Holly would beat Test to become the Hardcore Championship. Said he would defend the belt anywhere, anytime. The 24/7 rule was born. And eventually a 24/7 championship was born. That wasn't the Hardcore title.
I enjoyed the 24/7 title more than the Hardcore title.
I liked the Hardcore title when it wasn't. About that time when Crash had it, it kind of became a joke. Sure, it might have started as a joke anyway, but the guys didn't take it that way when it first happened. They defended it like, okay, it's a hardcore match. We get to do it. Okay, let's go do this. And they had fun with it. But around that time, it had become a joke of itself. Mm-hmm. Oh, but that is going to be this week in history.
Match of the week.
Okay, match of the week. We have got to talk about. Really, it's always AEW for me. I think they've got the best wrestling. Maybe when I get a chance to watch some CMLL or New Japan, they kind of take over. Maybe there's a Ring of Honor match every once in a while.
Well, New Japan hasn't done anything too crazy in this week. But when New Beginning in USA comes up, that will probably take one of them, I think.
Well, it's just, WWE doesn't really have very many good matches for me, and I think I kind of agree with MJF. MJF was talking about his generation. He was like, nobody watches enough wrestling. They're not watching wrestling, and because everybody wrestles exactly the same. He's like, when they're worried, when they're asking me if I'm worried if I've got to follow Kyle Fletcher in a ladder match, no, because my match is going to be so much completely different. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. Sure, with a lot of younger guys, but me, that's a problem in all of WWF and all of its territories. So when I'm talking match of the week, most of the time, it's coming from AEW. I guess that's just an explanation of why. But
it's very hard to get me to watch a WWE match unless it's unless it's Rumble or Mania or it's. Man, I don't even watch Punk Rollins, so it's got to be a fantastic match.
With that being said, we'll get into match of the week. We have, first off, honorable mention. And for me, it's got to be the CMLL World Heavyweight title match. Claudio Castagnoli retaining against Josh Alexander on AEW Collision.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah, and we're probably going to agree on the match of the week. I don't know how you can pick anybody else. Swerve and Kenny.
Yeah, it has to be.
20 minutes. Vertebreaker through the table, Swerve turning heel.
A week of a lot of just average wrestling, and you had one little gold mine in there, and they need to water it, they need to feed it, they need to put the right soil in there, and they need to make sure no one gets injured or does a little hop like Adam Cole.
Yeah. Man, I feel so bad for Adam Cole. Hopefully we can see him one day. I don't know. Hope everything works out for him. But yeah, that is match of the week.
And after it's all over, you say, oh, what a lovely tea party.
Third League. Wrestling Radio.
All right, so we're not so much looking at upcoming shows as we are something that's coming up. The New Japan Cup starts on March 4th. So we are going to take a look at entrance and brackets into the New Japan Cup. Getting a bye, Drilla Maloney. He will face the winner of Yuya Uemura and Great Okan. Getting another bye, this is on the left side of the bracket. Shingo Takagi's getting a bye.
Right.
He'll face the winner of Aaron Wolf and Don Fale. Tomohiro Ishii is getting a bye. He is facing the winner of Taichi and Rin Narita. And to close out the left side of the bracket, Hanare is getting a bye. He'll take on the winner of Oleg Boltin and El Phantasmo. So the other side, the right side of the bracket, Haruki Goto is getting a bye.
Right.
He'll take on the winner of Yoshihashi and Jake Lee. Also, first round bye going to Hartley Jackson over Callum Newman, which I found weird. But Hartley Jackson's going through to the second round. He'll face the winner of Callum Newman and Oscar.
Yeah, they're really high on Hartley Jackson, more than Callum Newman, but they are doing a big story with United, or supposedly they're supposed to be. So.
Well, because they got the Will Ospreay treatment. Ospreay
right.
And trying to...
Well, yeah, but I haven't seen them do much of it after first little bit. They've been kind of focusing on other stuff to me.
Well, also getting a first round bye, Yujiro Takahashi. He'll take on the winner of Shota Umino and Chase Owens. While Zack Sabre Jr. is the final bye, he will take on the winner of Ryohei Oiwa and Yudo Ice. So, favorites. Of course, got to have Zack Sabre Jr. as a favorite.
Well, winner of the New Japan Cup does get a title match. The title is held by Yota Tsuji, so to me, I think it's either going to be Hiroki Goto or Shingo Takagi, probably. Maybe Hinare.
Well, Goto coming to get his title back. That would be a good story.
Shingo's had the title, too. Hinare is really cool. He's more like a Jon Moxley-style wrestler. So it could be him.
What about maybe some long shots? I mean, for me, a long shot... But a guy who might have a chance of getting it, but maybe you know what I mean. Not just out of your blue. Oh, this guy's not. But a long shot that maybe I don't know. I'm thinking Ren Narita. It's a name that's been around.
He's
for a while.
won the New Japan Cup before.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's a name that's been around for a while. Why not have him repeat, come back like this? Because you're overlooking him with all these other names, with all these other people in the list. He's one that you're overlooking.
Tai Chi is really good. They might go him. Ishii's really hot, especially in America right now, so they might do him, trying to get foreign viewers. I think Yoshihashi's going to lose to Jake Lee, and that's sad because they're really hot on Jake Lee, and I don't know why. But Yoshihashi's really good. He could have won. Umino, he's really hot right now after his really great tag team title match. So
get his head back in the game.
Yeah, it could be him. So there's a lot of good names in here. Zack Sabre could go for his second New Japan Cup, so yeah.
But yeah, that is the New Japan Cup. It is starting on March 4th. That's going to be it for us. We'll see you next time. It's Third League Radio.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Third League Radio. Download the latest episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Catch the live radio show every weekend starting at 10 p.m. You can listen live every Friday night at mix961.net. This has been Third League Radio.